Hey, are you a soldier? I know that seems and sounds a little bit odd, but I wasn't talking about like an actual soldier. I was talking about, are you able to withstand tough situations knowing that that is not your type of tea, any area of your life? Have you become a soldier? Are you a soldier? Um, I'm glad that I remembered to do this video because I've been demonstrating ways of soldiers basically my whole life. And someone like you will understand what I'm talking about because we all have a soldier moment in our life. We're all soldiers, basically. We've all had to overcome obstacles and situations that were tough, but we stuck through it, and that's what I'm detailing this specific topic on. Okay, the whole thing has to do with survival. Okay, um, the one of the best quotes that I've gotten about being a soldier is try not to ask anyone for help and do it yourself. That is their motto. Okay, they do have people that they do lend on for help and ask for support, and they have people who they don't even ask for support, but people just volunteer to help them. Those are like really soldiers out there on the battlefield and on the front line. Um, you can be a soldier without being on the front line by trying to overcome obstacles that are just as harsh as if you were out there on the battlefield. Um, how do you feel about being a soldier and during this like whole coronavirus pandemic? Like, how do you feel about labeling yourself as a tough person, as someone who has withstand different trials that almost enabled them um, gaining success or past success or to that point to where they felt comfortable enough to no longer depend on another person. Um, this is pretty much survival, and the survival days has a lot to do with now. So we all need to figure out um, how tough we are. You don't really need to overthink this because whatever, look at where you're at now. Whatever obstacle or whatever situation that you had just recently came out of, or maybe you're about to go into a more tough situation. And remember when I said you can think your way into thinking that something bad or negative is going to happen, but it may not even be there because it hasn't even happened yet. So you want to practice and practice on thinking more positive for something to happen in order for you to continue to live your life. Um, but when we encounter ways in our life that is not being dealt with in the way that we desire it to be dealt with, that's when the soldier part step in. Okay. Um, there are about 40% of people who were really targeted during this coronavirus pandemic. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I don't want to focus on that coronavirus stuff because I told you all before, if you have ways of expressing light and showing light from within, you would use your common sense and try to figure your way out to protect yourself of what's going on. I told you guys before about listening to the media and not overdoing yourself by overthinking the situation. The rules that they're giving us to follow, you should be following them already. You should have been following them before the release of the pandemic had occurred. Um, you should have already been in your house after you came home from work. You should have already not been hanging with a group of people already. You should have, and stuff like that. Um, but are you a soldier though? Are you able to withstand tough situations without depending on someone else for help? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When it's time for you to use resources that is going to help you, because we can't do everything by ourselves, we do need to help other people and get help from other people. Um, Unless you're that person where you have decided to make your own um, finances and it's coming in and you don't ever have to work for nobody and you work for yourself, that's a whole nother topic. Um, you might lean on someone else for help in that area, but then you may not necessarily need them every day. Um, Not even every month, sometimes years, because you end up making your own source of stability and you really based an establishment upon yourself that works, basically. Um, but no, I just wanted to say, for one, you have to be a soldier in everywhere that you go. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. What are you able to withstand? Are you in a situation where you're staying somewhere and you don't feel like you fit in? That's a soldier. If you can withstand that situation and maneuver your way out of that situation without um, giving up, then you are a soldier. The part of the pandemic about being a soldier is that you cannot give up and say, "Oh, I got a symptom, go to the hospital. Oh, I got COPD, and I don't know what I'm going to do." You need to have a soldier-like mentality, and you should be able to not accept what you're not willing to receive. So the soldier part will come in with you taking full responsibility for yourself and not needing everybody to direct your every move. You know, it's okay to get some information from here and it's okay if it gets some information from over there, but it's not really necessary to depend on someone else for major things. When it's time for you now, use your common sense. And when it's time for you to use your brain and say, okay, this is an opportunity for me to ask this person to help me to do this, and I see that's the best way for me right now. And then after that, I got it. I can handle it by myself. I might need this person again, or I might need someone else, but I got this. Have that type of mentality. All soldiers are brave. So when you have to depend on someone else to do something for you, and you have not maintained a stable pattern that is at least getting you to the next step, other people may not see it, but as long as you see it and your God sees it, you don't need to worry about anything else. Don't worry about anybody else. Um, but I mean, just be, courageous, but also use your common sense, because that's the only thing that you have when you don't have answers in front of you that you can actually pick out. Some of that stuff that you guys are worried about are things that you don't know how to control. So if you don't know how to control something, be a soldier and figure out a way that you can get what you want without asking someone else for something. It means different things. You can that can go different ways, but um, some of you all find being followers, listening to other people all the time, taking advice, not thinking for yourself, not doing your own research, that type of stuff is, a waste of a good mind. I mean, you'll be exercising your own faith and not even realizing the power behind you knowing how to operate your own mind in the way you think, the way that you can control your own mind for having positive things become a reality for your life. So you won't have to be um, um, indulging your own thoughts that go nowhere. Like that wouldn't even make sense if you don't even be a soldier right now. Not literally on the front line, but be a soldier where you are now. Try focus on being a soldier in ways other people would not be. Therefore, you have opened up gates for them and they can see you, they learn from you, and you'll be able to be a whole lot more wiser about your next move. So that's pretty much it. I might need to charge my phone up because that's my battery. And I'm gonna take this off. But yeah, are you a soldier? Are you a soldier? That's the main thing. You gotta be a soldier in this. What did remember Sade had that song called Soldier of Love? She said, I'm at the borderline of my faith and I'm at the hinterland of my devotion. I'm in the front line of this battle of mine, but I'm still alive. I'm a soldier of love. She wrote songs all her career about being in love with somebody and finding the loved one and dating and relationships, and other female artists have as well. And the whole entire thing about a woman finding love is different from a man finding love also. Um, but they both go hand in hand because they both have to follow something that's similar, the man and the woman. Okay. Um, you see how women always had talked in their songs about not finding the right man that's going to treat them right, or not finding the or being a single mother, and um, they've also been some very lustful songs that women had came out and sung about. And what she was, it's funny because if you put that together, she's all her years of all her albums that she has came out with music about love, and then she came back in 2010 from 99. Like she dropped an album, she released her last album I believe in 99, 98, or 2000. I believe it was like a Love Deluxe album. But it was weird, but it wasn't weird. The whole thing made perfectly good sense. Um, so if you think about it, her time frame of her being an artist, let's see, Sade. I'm gonna say Sade albums. I'm getting ready to tell you right now about a soldier, because if I have to compare that to Sade for you to know, what I've discussed already, you guys should already know right now. She had Diamond Life for 1984, Promise 1985, Stronger Than Pride 1988, Love Deluxe 1992. Who, the year I was born. Okay, anyway, Love Deluxe, the Remix Deluxe, The Best of Sade 1994, Lovers Rock 2000, and Lovers Live 2002. Then she took a break from 2000 to 2010 and came out with Soldier of Love. Okay, so she was in love and she's found love and she's experienced it through all those years from 1984 all the way to 2000, and then turned around and said that she was in the front line of her faith. She's at the hinterland of her devotion. She's in the front line of this battle of hers, but she's still alive. She's a soldier. So whatever you're able to go through and survive through, you are considered a soldier. Okay, so look at that as a positive side. You are still here. You have not been consumed by the pandemic, and you have survived because either you did right by maintaining your lifestyle and not doing too much that would get you in trouble health wise or physically or mentally, um, and you're able to survive that, you should give yourself a pat on the back because you are a soldier. You survived many years, and look at where you are now today. That is a soldier. That's what I was telling you guys about. It's nothing um, combative, it's more supportive than anything. She is a soldier of love. Because all of her albums, it was love, 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 promise, diamond life, stronger than pride, love deluxe, best of Sade, love us rock, love, all that stuff. It at the end of the day, she was able to get some peace at mind and just at least just acknowledging what she accomplished or what she has done. That's like very, very deep, you guys. So, are you a soldier? Are you a soldier? You should be a soldier by now. That is a soldier, my friend. She said, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. Do, 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 do. Sade is so freaking cool. I love Sade. Um, but yeah, there's many ways that you can be a soldier, you guys. You don't have to be a soldier literally. Just be a soldier. Okay? Be a soldier with your finances. You've been through all of that money and you're tired of being broke. Save it. You be a soldier. Okay, you've been through a lot. Even if you spent all your money, even if you're broke and you don't have no money right now, you're a soldier. Look how you have survived without anything. You're a soldier. You went through an abusive relationship and you had children and you're still here. You're actually a soldier. You was in the front line of your battle and you're still alive. You've learned so much from the past. You are considered a soldier. And if you need me to look up the definition of soldier, if you need me to look up that definition of soldier, it says a person who serves in an army. Okay? Army. Okay. Army definition. Oh, no need to put that. Army. Okay, so you got a person who serves in an army. Okay, what is an army? Let's look at the definition. An organized military force equipped for fighting on land. Basically, that's what you're doing on land. You're fighting for peace. You're fighting in different ways. And to serve means, let's look at the definitions version from the dictionary. It says perform duties or services for another person or an organization. Okay. So if you put two and two together and see that Sade was performing not only for herself, of course, but for the person she wanted to be in love with, for her company. And she could not find it long term. She found it short term. And she spent all those years searching and looking, and she's now at the front line of her battle, but she is still alive. She is a soldier. She said she turned it all around. Okay. She's still waiting for love to come. After all those years of her being in the mix of finding this and finding that and trying this out, she is still looking for it and she's still alive. So that means she's been through all the fighting and she is still here. That is why I said she's a soldier. That's why she said she was a soldier. She called herself a soldier. Um, but you're also soldiers also. So, find a reason or a reason for you to call yourself one. Just because someone else been through a lot don't mean that you haven't been through something that you are aware of, knowing that you made it out of however tough that situation is that you made it out of when hello. Seriously. um so yeah, we're all soldiers. Any type of way or form, they are out there. Okay, you just need to find out what your main ability has been while being one and determine what you've learned from it. You probably don't need to determine it. I'm just speaking to the people that are new and who are young and who are watching this channel. They should understand that also. Some of you all who are very little or on YouTube or looking people with children, they don't understand that they are in a toxic environment. So they are soldiers if they come up out of that and if they don't copy everything that's negative that was in their family. That's how you can determine if you are a soldier, because you're still alive, you're still here, and you have been through a lot of fighting and you have regained consciousness, and now you know who you are and what you're able and capable of doing. So that is a soldier. That's why I wrote the topic, are you a soldier? Are you a soldier?